Hello friends, and welcome to another edition of Wellness Wednesdays. This week we'll be covering the importance of social relationships. In today's lesson, we'll work on a critical relationship skill, the value of practicing forgiveness. The single greatest experience we can have in this life is deep human connection. There's no other feeling like it. Think about your own life and the moments when you've had deep and real connections with others. Doesn't it take you to another place, an uplifting place? Unfortunately, we don't have enough of these moments in our lives. And when we harbor resentment towards others, it actually separates us from others. If we want deep human connection, we need to develop exceptional social skills. Social relationships are critically important to health and happiness. Some of the biggest and most impactful studies on health and happiness have confirmed how strongly and directly high-quality social relationships correlate with happiness, health, and longevity. These studies have shown that the number one factor in health and longevity was having high-quality social relationships. It wasn't the quantity that mattered. It was the quality. People who have close and high-quality social relationships live longer and live healthier than the people that did not have these strong social bonds. Great friends make everything better. Social relationships, however, come with some pain as well. You've likely had many times that you felt hurt or betrayed. Have you ever been so bitter or upset towards a situation or a person that you couldn't imagine yourself forgiving them? We've all been there. You may have even replayed the event over and over in your head. With each repetition, your feelings intensify and you feel worse about yourself and the event. Forgiveness is the process of letting go of your feelings of resentment and your thoughts of vengeance. Forgiveness also includes the process of fostering compassion, generosity, and even love towards those who inflicted the pain. Forgiveness, therefore, is not an easy thing to do. Psychologists will tell you that if your wounds are deep, you will need more time to heal. Nonetheless, forgiveness is possible and necessary. If you refuse to forgive, it not only makes you sick, but it can keep you that way. Scientists have proven that anger literally makes cancer grow inside the body. If you think of an old memory of being mistreated, your blood pressure increases, your muscles tighten, and dangerous chemicals spread throughout your body. These are all the physical signs of stress and anxiety. Recent studies show that participants who practice empathy and forgiveness have a lowered stress response. People who forgive reported greater satisfaction with their lives, less anxiety, and less sadness. The health benefits of forgiveness are significant. You need to release the toxins of bitterness and replace them with the feelings of love and empathy. Your body and your spirit will be lifted. In my counseling work with prisoners who are trying to transform their lives, I have often seen the key breakthrough moment when they finally forgive a parent or someone who did them wrong. Once they take this step of forgiving, they become liberated and can move forward with their life free of anger and bitterness. The person from your past may never apologize, but you should offer forgiveness anyway. You don't have to forgive them in person, but you can forgive them inside your own heart and mind. Clinging to your anger and pain only prolongs your suffering and mental distress. You forgive to set yourself free from this suffering so you can move on to live in the present and with a clear mind. Remember that the person doesn't even realize or care that you are holding a grudge. Forgiving someone doesn't necessarily mean you reconcile with them. It means you let go of resentment and anger so it doesn't further poison you. You can begin by recognizing that this person was doing the best they could with the skills they possessed at the time. Nobody is perfect. When When you find yourself ruminating about the other person's past offenses, shift your thoughts away from them and to yourself. Acknowledge your feelings without blaming the other person for them. Ask yourself, what have I learned from this? How can I use it to improve myself? Often, life's most difficult experiences are the ones that present the biggest opportunities for growth. Offering forgiveness might require you to forgive yourself for something you said or did in a relationship. It becomes easier to forgive yourself when you shift your perspective about past mistakes. Rather than beating yourself up over past relationship mistakes, try to honor the past and see your actions as a blessing. They were part of who you were at the time, and you needed to learn from them. Now you can move on and forgive yourself, knowing who you want to be and how you want to behave. Forgiveness does not mean condoning, pardoning, forfeiting, or false reconciliation. Real forgiveness is also not an exercise in superiority. Remember that your lack of forgiveness likely has no or very little impact on the other person. So if someone has wronged you and you do not forgive them, you only hurt yourself. I came across a great quote about forgiveness that I want to share with you. Failing to forgive someone is like drinking rat poison and waiting for the rat to die. So true, isn't it? You have a choice in this. It can be difficult, but forgiveness is the only choice. It is time to let go of past grievances. It is time to feel lighter. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is not passivity. It is strength and it is grace. There are a variety of ways to forgive, but the most important thing is that you truly forgive in your heart. The pain doesn't go away totally after one attempt at forgiveness. You need to repeat acts of forgiveness over and over in your mind. It's not easy to let go of feelings of revenge. For your exercise for this week, I want you to practice forgiveness. Remember, learning all this is interesting, but is pretty useless if you do not put it into practice. First, make a list of people that you need to forgive for some past slight or misdeed. Over time, you'll want to practice forgiveness towards everyone on this list, including yourself. We're only going to focus on 2 people this week. A common and effective practice is to write a forgiveness letter. The act of writing the letter, of putting all your thoughts down on paper, is very therapeutic. Pick 2 people on your list and write out 2 forgiveness letters this week. Don't mail the letters, just write them in your journal and read them from time to time. Begin by recapping the incident. Write out how it made you feel. Get it all down on paper. Next, shift into empathy and compassion mode. Tell the person that you understand what they were dealing with at the time of the incident. And finally, tell them that you truly forgive them, that you are completely letting go of this past hurt. In addition to forgiving, it is really important to think positive and generous thoughts towards the person you need to forgive. Close your eyes and focus on feelings of compassion and empathy towards this person. You will need to make forgiveness a regular practice. You really have to work at this, but you will feel a great lift. Your heart will be lighter, and in the process, you'll realize how much your resentment has been holding you back.
Realize now it's time to let go of control. Gotta find my peace of mind. Gotta find what just speaks to my soul.